Hey guys, it's Birdie. Welcome back to my channel. This is Clown Cows. So in today's video, I thought that we could talk about Rosie being big mad over being factually called out over her poor behavioral choices and over her trying to victimize herself constantly over issues that she has caused herself. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to play some audio from a video that Rosie made a month ago. I'm not going to play the video clip. I'm only going to play the audio, and I'm going to stop the audio at various points so that I can then comment to what she's saying. And I will be putting things up on the screen, so if you're just listening, you're going to be missing out on some screenshots and some comments and messages that Roz had been sent that she does respond to. So if you're ready, I'm ready. Let's get into this.
Welcome to whatever the fuck this is again, because I was in the middle of editing my next Texas vlog, but I've decided these Instagram stories I just made are going on my YouTube channel, because I'm done. Yeah. Girl, world's a mental fucking illness, and I'm done. I'm so past the point of done, and I feel like I have a very unique perspective because I think I can confidently say that I am the only person who has experienced being a viewer of Girl World and being considered a girl. It is a bizarre, unpleasant experience, and I feel like I have so much I want and need to say, and I am tired of feeling like I'm not allowed to speak on my experiences because my safety will be put at jeopardy over and over again.
And here is part of that Instagram message that Rosie is so angry about. And I want for you to listen to what this person's saying. I don't think they've said anything that wasn't factual and that couldn't be proven through Rosie's own vlogs and live streams and videos. So here's what it has to say. I'm going to put a screenshot of this Instagram comment up here, but it's going to be blurry, so I'm going to read it to you. This person says to Roz, because you refuse to lose weight and stop binging 24/7. You wouldn't be gaining nor staying the same weight without eating at least 3,000 to 5,000 calories a day, and that takes a lot of work to do. You did this to yourself. You are not disabled. You do not have nerve pain. Your body aches because of the fucking weight you are. You are pathetic. You do not deserve people being nice to you or having empathy because you refuse to help yourself. You can get a job, but you refuse. You are a lazy POS and you use people to get by day. That's really sad for a 34-year-old. You are way worse than Foodie Beauty and Amber. Don't worry, I'm in contact with, and then it's the name of Rosie's boyfriend and his mom, and it lists his mom's name. Next image is going to be Rosie's response. At first, she's very calm when you think about what she's saying in her audio response versus what she said initially here in her written response. In this written response, she just says that basically this person has a lot of hate in their heart and she hopes that they can find peace. But apparently she got thinking about it and got really big mad about what the person had said. And I don't think Rosie's response is necessarily challenging what the person said because Rosie believes that the person is just maliciously attacking her. I think Rosie recognizes what this person is saying as being the truth. And so this challenges Rosie's narrative. It challenges her ability to be lazy without feeling guilty about it. It challenges her way of life. What this person said challenges Rosie's ability to move forward using people as her servants, to do every little thing for her while she sits in that kitchen chair on wheels, eating thousands upon thousands and thousands of calories every day, and then wearing herself out from eating so much, and then complaining that she can't get up and do anything because her body hurts. Her body factually hurts because of the way she mistreats it. And that's what this person was saying. They're saying you don't have to live this life. You don't have to be in constant pain. You don't have to hurt 24/7, 34 years old, and you can barely even walk. You don't have to live this way, but you also don't have to sit in a chair in the kitchen eating nonstop 24/7. If any of you have ever watched any of Rosie's videos, it's her live streams, she gets on there and she starts prepping food, or she starts heating food that's already been prepped, and she eats and eats and eats. I would say probably 75 to 90% of her videos are of her eating or prepping food or discussing what she is about to eat. It is very obvious that Rosie has a serious issue, a very unhealthy relationship around food, and she is the one monetizing that.
It is insane how YouTube has allowed this shit to spiral to where it's at today by monetizing all of this through the reaction channels and everything. So I received a message today on Instagram. We're going to start there, and I'm going to just play the Instagram stories because at this time, that's what I want to say.
I found it very interesting how Rosie said that she can't believe what YouTube has allowed the monetization of, talking about how people criticize her for her lifestyle. She said she cannot believe that. And here we are out here watching Girl World happen. We can't believe it either. We can't believe that YouTube has allowed the girls to monetize their unhealthy relationships with various things for as many years as what they've been allowed to do, and it's shocking to us too. It's shocking to us that YouTube allows these women, almost middle-aged, to get on camera and exploit mental illness, exploit medical conditions, both of which, the mental illness and the medical conditions, they may or may not have ever even been diagnosed with, exploit those things for money, for attention, for clickbaiting, for views, to excuse their mistreatment of others. We find it absolutely unbelievable as well. So I guess Rosie's not alone in that boat. But I will say that Rosie's anger toward what she called the hatred, the vitriol toward her, it is because it is enraging. It is infuriating to see the way she's living, and it's even more infuriating that she is allowed to monetize it. It is also infuriating how Rosie will carry on and on and on about how she does not want to be part of Girl World. She says that it is a mental illness within itself, that Girl World is just toxic, that she wants nothing to do with it. She'll even go as far as saying that she is not part of it. But what she fails to tell everyone is that she begged. She begged to be part of Girl World. She wanted to be part of it back when Zachary Michael was covering Amber. She knew exactly who Amber was. She admitted that she watched all of Zach's videos. She was a huge fan of his. She had a one-way relationship with Zach through his DMs, and she even sent something to him, and I'm going to read it to you. I've got it up here on the screen. You may have already read it. She said, "To be honest, I vlog on my Instagram stories for fun because I have no interest in monetizing my personal life and adding pressures to something I do authentically as a hobby. I don't want to have to feel like I need to perform myself. I've considered it, but I have a full-time job and editing YouTube videos seems so daunting. And my IG stories are super casual sometimes, but I literally wig it if you reacted to my IG. Just please know that isn't why I DM'd you. That is what Rosie had said to Zachary Michael some time back before she started up her YouTube channel. She knew what Girl World was. She knew that Zachary was one of the OGs of Girl World. She knew that. She wanted to be part of it. She wanted for him to bring her Instagram stories into his YouTube channel to get her name out there because, as she said up here, she said, I've considered it, but I have a full-time job. She was letting him know, I've thought about going to YouTube, I just haven't done it yet. So this was her plan all along. She always wanted to be part of Girl World. So when she starts talking about the toxicity, how it's unpleasant being part of it, unpleasant being considered one of the girls and all this nonsense, she wanted to be here. She fought long and hard to establish her seat within these farms. She wanted to be a lolcow because in her mind, and this is all my opinion, of course, but inside Rosie's head, she thought, oh, I'm just going to copy Amber's playbook. I'm just going to do what Amber does. I'm going to be able to eat on camera and I'm going to be able to monetize my unhealthy habits and my unhealthy lifestyle. And I'm going to be able to do these cameos and just, have all these supporters that are going to send me tons of money. And I'm just going to be filthy rich, exploiting all of my behavioral issues. I think that's what Rosie saw Amber doing. She knew exactly who Amber was long before she started her YouTube channel. And there's proof of that within this message, this DM that she had sent Zachary Michael. She's letting him know years ago, I watch you. I'm aware of who you are. I'm a fan of yours. I would love it if you reacted to my Instagram stories. So she knew who Zach was. She knew who Amber was. She wanted to be part of it, but she's playing the victim now because she didn't know people were going to be able to pull up things on the internet like her history of sex work within the community. She didn't realize people were going to be able to pull that stuff up and hold her to account for it, because she had tried to wipe the internet of all of it. So in my opinion, Rosie always wanted to be exactly where she's at. The only difference is she thought she was smart enough to be able to control the narrative, and she's not. She never will be. That's my take on it, but let me know what you think about Rosie getting upset about people saying that she is not really disabled, that she did this to herself, and if she wants to feel better, if she doesn't want to hurt, if she wants to be a typical woman in her mid-30s, she just needs to lose some weight. She needs to get up and walk. She needs to get out of that kitchen chair. She needs to get out of that kitchen. She needs to do things that are not centered around constantly feeding herself, because that's all she ever does. And it is infuriating. It's enraging to see someone, especially within a community of people who have their own health problems, whether it's physical health or mental health. A lot of people within the Girl World community do have their own issues. It is absolutely enraging to see Rosie or even Amber, they're all the same, but to see them carry on and complain and gripe and throw a pity party for themselves over their aches and pains and their health issues and their mental health issues, but then to refuse to do anything about it, to refuse to get help. And even if Rosie cannot afford currently to go to a professional to get physical or mental health treatment, she can afford to do some things at home. She can put the fork down. She can stand up and get out of that chair, stop asking people to hand her everything. She can walk across the kitchen if she insists on being in it. She can prepare meals that are appropriate portion sizes. She doesn't have to eat a 7-pound steak and an enormous sweet potato by herself, slathered in butter, and then dragging the sweet potato across a piece, it looked like a wooden cutting board, to slop the butter up that had run off the steak. That was disgusting. And I'm not just saying that because I'm vegetarian. That should have grossed out anyone who had the displeasure of watching it. She is gross. And it's gross to sit around eating 24/7 and then complaining about how your body hurts, how your joints hurt, how it's difficult to move around. And we can hear her breathing. She's got to do something, but she's not going to. And since she's not going to do something to improve her health, and since she's going to continue monetizing the destruction of her health, then I think we have the right to respond. We have the right to criticize what she's doing to herself on camera for money. That's the way I see it, but let me know what you think. If you're new, I'm Birdie, and I really appreciate you for stopping by. To anyone who needs to reach me, just send me an email. I'll be around. Be safe, be loved, be kind, and I hope that you all have a day just as beautiful as you are. I'll see you right here next time. Bye for now.